Now on CoastTV News.
Well, some of us on Delmarva blanketed in 3 to 5 inches of snow. Some of us not seeing any snow at all. So those areas that did see snow, continue to use caution as we're going to be dealing with some icy conditions throughout the day. The snow has cleared. I'll tell you how long the cold weather is going to stick around before we see a big warm up in that extended forecast.
Route 54 road conditions. We give you a live look.
Slammed by snow, while the totals are mostly minimal for our part of Delmarva, how areas further south had a different experience.
Policy leads to high prices, how moves made by Delaware's elected officials have led to a spike in energy bills.
This is CoastTV News Today.
And we're coming out of another winter system. You're looking live now at Ocean City, and everything looks calm there. As far as the snow, it was snowing up until about 11 noon, or midnight, I should say. And now you can just see the snow lying on the roofs there as we deal with our third winter storm in less than 2 months. And that is how we begin this hour, the 6 o'clock hour. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Welcome to our 6 o'clock hour.
Yeah, to help cover this event for you, we have our reporters in the field. So let's take a look at them. We got Emma Aiken. She's in Fenwick Island. Brandon Ferguson is getting a first-hand look at the roads in our first alert weather Jeep. We will get to Emma and Brandon in just a moment.
But first, we're going to bring in first alert meteorologist Chris Mastrobuono. Chris, I think we're all hoping, is this the end of the snow?
Yeah, I'm afraid to say the word snow. People give me a dirty look. We saw some impressive snowfall totals across parts of Delmarva. This was a very isolated event. But the further north you went, you barely saw anything. We had 4.5 in Selbyville, 2 Dagsboro, 1.6 Bethel. We had 1.5 inches in Millsboro, 1.3 in Bethany Beach, Nassau, 1/2 inch. Further to the south, Bayview, 10.5. 7 Exmoor, we had 6.5. Chickateague, Fruitland, Salisbury coming in at 4 inches, and Princess Anne 3.6. Now we are free of any snow currently. That system is pushed off the coast. That area of low pressure just continued to push further and further to the south, sinking that area of snowfall. Now we are keeping a close eye on this snow shower activity back off to the west. That's going to be pushing through here later on today. Now we still do have winter weather advisories up for Somerset, Wacomico, Worcester, as well as Dorchester County. Could pick up an additional coating there as we go into the afternoon. Otherwise, we're going to continue to see those slick conditions in those areas, all thanks to temperatures in the 20s and more importantly, those wind chills. Yeah, this is really going to be the story as we go in the next 24 hours. These biting wind chills, feels like 12 Rehoboth, 10 in Georgetown, and 4 in Salisbury. So there's those snowy, icy roads in Salisbury. So some of us waking up to snow, some of us not. We're going to be dealing with a few snow showers today. Not going to amount to all much, but we are going to be dealing with blustery conditions really through Saturday morning with wind chills in the single digits and teens. But the good news is there is light at the end of the tunnel in the form of milder air. We're going to be dealing with temperatures in the 40s come the weekend. And then by the early part of next week, we're going to be seeing temperatures approaching the 50s and maybe even the 60-degree mark by next Tuesday. We'll talk more about that coming up in the full 7-day forecast here in a little bit.
Thank you, Chris. And we started to see the snow sometime around 3 p.m. on Wednesday, and we know crews were treating the roads as early as Tuesday afternoon.
CoastTV News reporter Brendan Ferguson is riding on one of those roads in our first alert weather Jeep. Brandon, that corridor along Worcester-Sussex County line, that was expected to have more of the snow system in our area.
Good morning, Elisa and Matt. We are now on Route 54, and black ice has been more prominent. We're going to look outside our first alert weather Jeep to take a look at those conditions. And as I mentioned, black ice has been more prominent on this route than any other route we've been on all morning. And as we're going over the Route 54 bridge now, it may look clear, but that black ice is prominent, and especially on those turning lanes getting on to Route 54 from Route 113. And we're going to check back in a little bit later about Coastal Highway down into Ocean City again, but live from Route 54 in the First Alert Weather Jeep, I'm Brandon Ferguson. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brandon. Be safe out there. And as we continue to track conditions, we're going to check out Ocean View. This is where Coastal Highway intersects with Route 54. As we can see, there's snow on the sides of the roads. It looks like there is some ice there reflecting off of those lights. So as Brandon just said, you need to be careful about black ice and just be cautious this morning if you have to drive anywhere.
Yeah, that one turn lane still looks like it needs some work. And while we got some snow, let's talk about an intense situation in Virginia. The southeastern part of the state had its biggest snowstorm in years. Snowplow crews worked throughout the night to keep up with the accumulation on streets. And earlier we saw the main highways. How about the side streets and neighborhoods? We're now going to go live to Fenwick Island.
And that is where we find CoastTV News reporter Emma Aiken. Emma, before this storm, we were predicting that lighter, fluffier type of snow. What's out there right now?
Good morning, Matt and Elisa, and brr, it is cold out here and quite a bit of wind as well. If you look at this parking lot behind me, it's kind of just covered in a dusting of snow, but if you follow me over to the roads, more like an inch or two, but the roads are looking pretty clear, at least on this side street here in Fenwick Island. And also, this is good because you're not going to break your back shoveling this snow. This is kind of that light, fluffier snow. I'll give you a good up close look. It's kind of that powdery, not so much that heavy snow like we saw in the last storm, but you know, it is freezing. So just being mindful that this snow could turn to ice and being cautious of that. For now, I'll throw it back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you so much, Emma. And Rehoboth Beach was one of the first areas on Delmarva to see snowfall on Wednesday afternoon. The city is asking people to avoid street parking and please clear your sidewalks. But the city says do not use too much salt as it can damage your property and it can be harmful to pets. And new this morning, if you were thinking about heading to the Salisbury Zoo today, you're going to want to reschedule. The city posted this message to their website stating it would be closed today due to that severe weather on Delmarva. And officials say it will focus on snow removal for the safety of animals, staff, and visitors.
It was a scary situation Wednesday morning at the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Officials say this accident happened in the southbound lanes at the Thimble Shoal Tunnel. Now, luckily, no one was hurt. And actually, a Salisbury truck driver who saw the crash, he was the man who alerted bridge police there in Virginia. Delawareans are feeling the heat as utility bills skyrocket. At Wednesday's Public Service Commission meeting, the public voiced their frustration over Delmarva Power's ongoing increases, and we are learning that a rate increase in Delaware was approved in April 2024, and that is contributing to higher bills. And that's not all. On June 1st of this year, new bid prices will take effect, adding around a 7.5% increase. The Public Service Commission claims these prices are competitive and consistent with market conditions, but they are the highest auction prices Delaware has ever seen.
And there could be help on the way for people struggling with the rising energy cost. Delaware lawmakers have introduced House Bill 50, which would create the Delaware Energy Fund. It would give financial assistance to those with a moderate income.
Yeah, there's a little back and forth on this one. Republican Representative Brian Shoup of Milford posted on social media saying this new bill is just a rehash of one he introduced last week, saying, I introduced a bill to give green energy credits directly to Delaware ratepayers to help with rising electric bills.
And you can see more of his quote here saying the majority party, meaning the Democrats, took the idea, created their own bill, and plastered it everywhere, claiming they solved the problem.
Happening now, Worcester County Board of Education, they're continuing to look for a new superintendent. The opening comes with the upcoming retirement of current superintendent Lou Taylor. Board is seeking public input on this, saying that it will help create a leadership profile for qualified candidates. Taylor's last day is June 30th.
Millsboro police will continue looking for a person they say shot a man in the leg. Police believe the car shown on your screen now is involved, and this was near the Millsboro Village Apartments. Police are asking anyone with information to contact Delaware Crime Stoppers.
Now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. That is the White House in the lower front center of your screen. There might be a light or two on in that building. 1 month into his presidency, Donald Trump has made some big changes to the federal government, specifically the size of the workforce. And now NBC News has learned that top military generals could be next on the chopping block.
As NBC's Alice Barr shows us, the Trump administration claims it's rooting out fraud.
1 month and a head-spinning number of executive actions since Inauguration Day. President Trump's rapid remake of the federal government having real-world impacts, from canceled contracts for housing inspections.
To have safe and livable housing, that's the type of thing that they're calling waste.
To fired Veterans Affairs workers.
We're not some deep state that has ulterior motives.
And farmers waiting on paused grant money.
I've already done a bunch of the work, already paid for the material, already paid for the labor, so I'm out all that cost.
President Trump defending the cost-cutting moves.
We're trying to make our government smaller but much stronger.
The Defense Department now the latest target of the Department of Government Efficiency. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ordering $50 billion in cuts to redirect to President Trump's priorities. While 5 sources tell NBC News Secretary Hegseth is considering firing some generals and other senior officers with close ties to former Biden Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, or who've worked on programs seen as out of step with the Trump agenda. At a Saudi investment conference in Miami, President Trump suggesting a new use for any DOJ-related savings.
We're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% down to pay back debt.
Without saying where the remaining money would go, also slamming federal employees working from home.
They're not working. They're playing tennis, they're playing golf, or they have other jobs.
In a week spent working from his Mar-a-Lago home that's included a few rounds of golf. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
We're just getting started in this hour of Coast TV News today.
Yeah, coming up, comments on Cedar Neck Road, how development there could be forcing changes along Route 1 in Milford.
Also, action on affordable housing will tell you how one Milton local says they are relieved after hearing the options for more of this in the town.
But first, exercise benefits. The OC Boardwalk will show you one man who never misses a chance to stretch his legs along the coast. All and more as Coast TV News Today continues.
Recent storms have caused roof, siding, and gutter damage in our area. All Exteriors can be out to your home as soon as tomorrow, and they work directly with your insurance. Call All Exteriors now
or visit allexteriorsmd.com.
Did you know when selling your house full of stuff or in serious neglect, buyers may request repairs and banks may not finance the deal? So you could hire cleaners and contractors, rent dumpsters, hold auctions, yard sales, or you could call a professional home buyer. If you need an as-is, fast cash offer so you can walk away without making any repairs or even cleaning up, Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
The 9th Annual Ocean City Film Festival is March 6th through the 9th. Enjoy 100 independent films and party with the stars. Help us welcome 2 local award-winning filmmakers, John Chester and Erica Messer. They'll be on stage at the OC Performing Arts Center commentating on their film, The Biggest Little Fawn. Tickets start at just $20. Make it a weekend and stay at the beach starting at only $59 per night. Get your passes at OCMDFilmFestival.com.
Welcome to the Brush Factory. Explore our over 60 local merchants and artists all together under one roof. You just never know what you'll find at the Brush Factory on Kings.
As always, we'd like to thank you for supporting our family of local merchants.
We could not do it without you.
Recent storms have caused roof, siding, and gutter damage in our area. All Exteriors can be out to your home as soon as tomorrow, and they work directly with your insurance. Call All Exteriors now
or visit allexteriorsmd.com.
Exercise. It's something a lot of us know we probably should do a little bit more of, but motivation can be difficult to find. Well, for one man in Ocean City, as Kevin Zapay shows us in this week's Coastal Connections, he stays in shape every single day, all thanks to the boardwalk.
Walking along the Ocean City Boardwalk is a common thing people do in town, but for Lou Catelli, it's part of life.
You gotta do something to stay healthy, stay in shape, and
it's the fresh air and the way just to decompress and just get everything out of your head and just feel good.
For the past 6 years, Catelli walked the Ocean City Boardwalk every day during the off-season, no matter the weather.
There was a few days where it was ice, and that was just treacherous. The ice is a little bit more dangerous. The streets, they maintain great here in Ocean City, but the boardwalk, they don't plow the boardwalk, they don't salt, they don't do anything.
Catelli walks from one end to the other 2 times a day, and with the boardwalk being 2¼ miles long, Catelli ends up walking 9 total miles, leaving some people recognizing his consistency.
You see the same faces every day. There's a lot of people who do this from young to old, just every morning, back and forth, back and forth.
Catelli and his family have a place right next to the boardwalk and never plans on selling.
The off-season is the best. It's a great way to decompress and just kind of recharge your batteries. It's the ideal location. It really is a perfect setup.
If you're looking to find Lou Catelli, he says he's always the one wearing the shorts. Catelli plans on walking the Ocean City Boardwalk every day until the busy season. So if you end up seeing him, be sure to give him a fist bump. I'm Kevin Zapay in Ocean City, CoastTV News.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Baths by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
Shower your home with love with a new bath from Baths by Spicer Brothers. Our factory-trained experts can transform your space into one you'll love in as little as 1 day.
And with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee, you can have peace of mind knowing your new bath or shower will last a lifetime. Right now, get 50% off installation, plus take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026.
Call to schedule your free in-home consultation. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
The President's Day flash sale is going on now at Ashley. For the next 48 hours only, every other item is 48% off. Plus, take advantage of 48 months interest-free financing and get $48 delivery. Only at Ashley, located in tax-free Delmar and Millsboro, Delaware.
There's only one place to go for your next vehicle. I.G. Burton Chevrolet of Berlin. Trusted since 1908 for our expert team, massive selection, and our unbeatable prices. Together, let's drive new 2024 Silverados up to $13,000 off MSRP. Or get 0.9% financing on select new 2024 EV models. Visit us today. And remember,
nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an I.G. Burton deal.
The President's Day flash sale is going on now at Ashley. For the next 48 hours only, every other item is 48% off. Plus, take advantage of 48 months interest-free financing and get $48 delivery. Only at Ashley, located in tax-free Delmar and Millsboro, Delaware.
The weather is brought to you by Spicer Brothers Construction. Born here to serve here.
Severe weather can take a toll on your roof. Don't wait until it's too late. Reinvest your tax refund into your most valuable asset, your home, with a new roof from Spicer Brothers. Experience unmatched protection and durability with top quality materials and expert craftsmanship you can trust.
Have total confidence in your investment with our price match guarantee and our done right guarantee. For a limited time, get 50% off installation plus financing options as low as $99 a month.
Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Time is 6:17 and we're getting a live look at Salisbury. Still some concerns with the roads in this part of the city, as you can see on your screen. And Chris is in for Bob this morning. We're waking up to a cold morning, but Chris, you're saying that could change in a few days.
Yeah, we're going to gradually see a warm-up, so that is certainly good news, but do use some caution out there this morning, especially southern Sussex. Throughout our Maryland counties, we are dealing with snow-covered roads, some icy bridges, some back roads that are snow-covered still, so take some caution here. Use caution out there and take it easy out there on the roads if you need to be out. 22 in Seaford, it's 22 Salisbury, so very cold out there with the snow on the ground, a very powdery snow, unlike that cement of wet snow that we had last week. 10, it feels like in Georgetown with the wind chill. It feels like 14 in Ocean City and 12 in Rehoboth. Now we have winter weather advisories now up. The winter storm warnings were canceled. National Weather Service has these up through 6. Could see an additional coating in those areas. Cold weather advisory, Accomack. Wind chills dipping as low as the single digits. Now small craft advisories are up for the Atlantic and the Bayside through 6 o'clock tonight. We are free of any snow at the moment. There is that system that pushed to our south, that area of low pressure well off the coast right now. We're tracking this upper level low. That's going to provide us with cloud cover and a few scattered snow showers as we push throughout the day. Notice those wind chills. They are brutal out there today, only in the teens, despite air temperatures getting into the upper 20s. And that's all thanks to those winds gusting upwards of 25, 35 miles an hour. And we're going to continue to see those blustery conditions through the night into the day tomorrow, and then the winds will relax themselves as we push into the weekend. There's the wind chill by 5 o'clock today, pretty much in the teens throughout the entire area. By tomorrow morning, feeling like the single digits for most of us, and then we start the weekend off on the cold side, but we see a gradual warming as we go into the second half of the weekend. So we're socked into the cloud cover, that northwest flow. There's that upper level low spinning through. Could see a brief snow shower. Maybe a coating in some spots, not a whole lot associated with that system. We dry things out and clear out, and we're going to see plenty of sunshine as we go into Friday and Saturday. And there's that warming trend. Average high 49, we're right around that on Sunday, and we're going to be well over that as we push into the start of next week. So all in all, a pretty nice weekend. After dealing with the snow, the ice, and the frigid temperatures, we're going to be getting up into around 48 by Sunday under mostly sunny skies. So cloudy day today, a few snow showers around, a blustery one at that, barely getting to 30. Overnight, we dip down to 23. Any snow that has fallen will likely be ice tonight, with wind chills anywhere between 7 to 17. By tomorrow, 38 under mostly sunny skies, still cold with those northwest winds anywhere between about 10 to 20 miles an hour. Kevin Brooks of Lewis, Delaware, you're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella, and your extended forecast shows that gradual warm up as we go into the weekend. We're at 41 on Saturday. 48 Sunday under mostly sunny skies, and then there's that warming trend as we go into next week. 52 by Monday under mostly sunny skies, and then look at that. By next Tuesday, we're near 60 degrees, but overall, we stay dry, we're staying pleasant, and no signs of any snow or ice once we get past the snow and ice that we're dealing with across Delmarva this morning.
Thank you, Chris. We continue to follow how different communities along the coast are creating their policies for short-term rentals. Those would be properties like Airbnbs and other things. Now, this was up for discussion this week at Milton's Planning and Zoning meeting. Rental owner Alex DeMar went to that meeting and felt relieved by some of what she heard.
Hearing that they are trying to be very careful to consider all parties and all the options.
And the proposed recommendations discussed at the meeting will likely be brought up in front of the town council at their next meeting in March.
Up next on CoastTV News today, comments on Cedar Neck Road will tell you how DelDOT is searching for locals to chime in on potential development in the area. Don't go anywhere.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
It matters late at night. It matters when you aren't sure and need someone who is.
It matters when times are tight and saving money can really make a difference.
Thanks so much, Eric. I really appreciate you. Hi, Alex.
Where you get your medicine has never mattered more. That's why we have more locations than any other pharmacy, with pharmacists you get to know right in your neighborhood.
Where you get your medicine matters.
Fall in love with safety and reliability at Gateway Subaru during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. From rain and snow to sunny skies, Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive has you covered through any weather. Right now, take home a new 2025 Subaru Outback and take advantage of great financing rates as low as 1.9%. Stop by today to pre-order the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester Hybrid, designed for tomorrow. Gateway Subaru, just minutes from the beaches in the heart of Delmarva. Higher standards.
Is your cookware scratched inside and an eyesore on the outside? Introducing Gotham Steel Hammered Cream Cookware. Forged with an authentic hammered design, engineered with extremely strong titanium and tri-coated with ultra non-stick ceramic. Gotham Steel features double the non-stick release. Now you can cook healthier without all the butter or oil. Get this huge 15-piece set for 4 payments of $49.99 with free shipping.
To order, call 1-800-513-6408.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Brockstead and Dallas Federico.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
Happening today, DelDOT wants to get your opinion at a workshop on Route 1 and Milford 30 in Milford. They're focusing on the interchange at Cedar Neck Road, and in the past, developers have eyed the area for commercial use, which would have reconstructed that interchange.
This is kind of like a residential area, so I don't think we want that around this area. If that's the meaning why they want to do it, like for some future improvements or developments, commercial. So I don't think that's what we want.
And to give your thoughts, locals can attend the event at Milford Library from 4 to 6 p.m. And luckily, it has stopped snowing. What Brandon told us a little earlier, that wind was blowing around the snow, making it feel like it was snowing again.
Yeah, we actually saw that Emma when she picked up the snow.
She
you could
did.
see
You
the
could
snow
see
blow
it,
out
yeah.
of her hands. So wind and cold continued to be the issues that we're dealing with after the snow, Chris.
Without question, yeah. You could just dust that snow off your car if you had a little in your windshield. Not like that cake we had last week. It was like cement, that heavy snow. A live look into Ocean View, and yes, we are frozen here at Ocean View 24. We have the snow on the ground, and those southern areas were the ones that picked up a couple inches overnight. Temperatures only in the 20s here through the morning, but it's going to feel like the teens throughout the day. As I mentioned, it feels like 12 Rehoboth Beach, 14 Salisbury, 18 in Ocean Pines, and 13 in Bethany Beach. So icy spots, some snow showers possible throughout the day today with those wind chills only in the teens. As we go into our Friday, sunshine returns, but we still are going to keep the breezy conditions in play. It's not until the latter part of the weekend where we see that milder air work in. We'll talk all about that coming up in the full 7-day forecast here in a little bit.
After the break on CoastTV News today, Bay Bridge blaze will tell you what officials say is the aftermath of a fire in the Bay Bridge Tunnel in Virginia.
Also, coastal snow conditions, how Ocean City attempted to keep up after getting the heavier part of this storm.
And snow system moves across the country. We'll show you the impacts of this heavy snow and ice in other areas of the U.S. CoastTV News today. We'll be right back.
Winter is here and it's time to stay cozy. But is your heating system ready to play its part? Don't roll the dice on comfort or safety. Call FH Fur for our $69 heating maintenance and safety inspection. We'll fine-tune your system so it's ready to tackle winter's chill. No sweat or shivers. With nearly 40 years of trusted service, FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical are the pros who've seen and fixed it all.
877-GO-FUR, FHFur.com.
Harrington Raceway and Casino and Bet Rivers have come together to give you Delaware's must-play online casino and sportsbook, featuring hundreds of exciting slots and table games. Plus, with non-stop sports betting action, you'll know you're where winners play. Sign up now and we'll cover 24 hours of casino losses up to $250, or get a second chance sports bet up to $250. Bet Rivers and Harrington Raceway and Casino. It's where winners play. Download the app today.
Draper Media is searching for a full-time entry-level accountant. Successful candidates should have at least an associate's degree or equivalent experience. Candidates with experience in Sage Intacct will be given preference. It's an extremely detail-oriented job involving problem solving. Join the Draper Media team today as our next accountant with full benefits. Go to drapermediajobs.com to learn more and apply. Draper Media is an equal opportunity employer.
You need news that affects you, your family, and your neighborhood. The WBOC News app has the stories that matter to you at home, at work, or at play, giving you up-to-the-minute news whenever you want it. Watch WBOC News live, set up alerts for breaking news, choose topics that mean the most to you, and report news in real time as you see it. Download the WBOC News app today.
Now on CoastTV News.
Well, the snow has exited some parts of Delmarva, waking up to multiple inches of snow and some icy conditions across the area. Some of us waking up to dry ground. We are going to be dealing with some frigid wind chills here over the next 24 to 48 hours. We will talk about a warm-up, though, in that extended forecast coming up.
A live look at the conditions here in Fenwick Island. We'll show you what it's like as the sun starts to come up.
Cold along the coast, we check out how Ocean City dealt with the latest snow system as that town is experiencing frigid temperatures.
Tunnel truck trouble, a scary situation at the southern end of Delmarva, and how a Salisbury man provided help during this fiery crash.
This is Coast TV News Today.
We are continuing with our coverage of this winter system. We begin this half hour with a live look at Salisbury this morning. As you can see, the roads are partially cleared off. There's a car driving right there. You do need to be cautious this morning. We've been told by our reporters that there is black ice outside. And that's how we begin this morning. It's February 20th, 2025. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber.
Good morning. I'm Matt Pensick. And now that the snow is gone, we're dealing with very cold temperatures.
Absolutely. Well, we have coverage out in the field. We have our reporters in the field to help cover the snow system. Emma Aiken is right there in Fenwick Island. Brandon Ferguson is getting a first-hand look at the roads in our First Alert Weather Jeep.
And we're approaching 6:30 on this Thursday morning, waking up to what I can best describe as not as bad as it was looking like it could have been a few days ago.
But Chris has told us, though, that some areas got a ton of snow, and some people are like, snow? What?
What?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I had people ask, the other day, people were like, wait, are we getting 30 inches of snow? I'm like, well, no, not 30 inches of snow. But yeah, the models certainly were a little more aggressive earlier at the later last week. But you could see snowfall totals anywhere from about a coating to 4.5 inches across much of Sussex County, 4.5 Selbyville. We saw a 1.6 there in Bethel, 1.5 in Millsboro, 1.3 in Bethany Beach. The further north you went, we barely saw anything. The further south you went, that's a far different story. 10.5 Bayview saw 7 Exmoor, 6.5 Chickadee, Fruitland 4 inches. We saw 4 in Salisbury, 3.6 in Princess Anne. There's the snow from last night pushing off the coast. That area of low pressure pushing well off to the east. And this snow shower activity we're keeping a close eye on for later on today. We have winter weather advisories up for our southern counties, Worcester, Wicomico, Somerset, Dorchester through about 6 tonight. Temperatures are holding in the lower to mid-20s. Those wind chills, it feels like 10 in Georgetown. It feels like 13 in Rehoboth Beach. It feels like 14 in Salisbury. So as we go throughout the day today, we're going to see plenty of cloud cover as this upper level low moves through. Could see a few brief snow showers throughout the latter part of the afternoon. In the early evening hours, maybe a quick dusting with those, not expecting much. But more importantly, the wind chill, it's going to feel like the teens throughout the day today. We'll talk about wind chills in the single digits tonight, and then we get that warm up into next week. We'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later on the newscast.
Yes, please, Chris. And as we continue with our coverage of this snowstorm, there's concern about the conditions on the back roads and in our neighborhoods.
Yeah, we find Coast TV news reporter Emma Aiken in one of those neighborhoods. She's in Fenwick Island, where when we first started experiencing snow Wednesday afternoon. Good morning, Emma.
Good morning, Matt and Elisa. I might as well be in an ice skating rink here. We're in a parking lot right next to a neighborhood. It's covered in ice. I'll show you guys this kind of icy patch here. It's hard ice. I'm trying to crack it. I actually almost slipped right before we went on, so just being cautious of that. Of course, that's because it is frigid cold out here combined with this snow. I'll give you guys a little look at this type of snow. It's kind of this airy, fluffy snow, not so much the heavy like we saw last time. Very, very powdery. It's also pretty windy out here, so it's that wind combined with a little bit, couple inches on the ground, and some ice. So just being cautious of that. Live in Fenwick Island, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Emma. Please be careful, but we're now going to check out the scene north of where Emma is. This is Bethany Beach, right on Coastal Highway. As we can see, similar road conditions we've seen earlier on some of our other cameras. There is snow on the ground. It looks very light, but the concern right now, we just got another view actually. You can see that looks like ice there with those street lights.
Yeah, and the winter storm leaving behind dangerous roads there, also parts of other states. We're going to check out North Carolina, and again, this was part of the system that brought that heavy snow to that southern part of Sussex County, Worcester County, Wicomico County. Mixed bag of weather moved through North Carolina, including snow, sleet, and freezing rain on Wednesday. That increased into the afternoon like we experienced here, but there they got up to 10 inches of snow. So let's stay on the roads. We're going to get a better look of what we're expecting more after the snow hit our area.
And Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is live in our First Alert Weather Jeep. And Brandon, please tell us what the roads are looking like now. I think that's what everyone wants to know as that sun is starting to come out.
Good morning, Elisa and Matt. We are back in Ocean City. We were here about an hour and a half ago, and the roads look a lot different than when we were back here an hour and a half ago. And we're going to take a look outside of our first alert weather Jeep for a look at those conditions. We are heading northbound on Coastal Highway, and we just passed 36th Street here in Ocean City. And when we were here an hour and a half ago, there was a layer of slush and snow still on the road. You can see some of that has already melted. And in parts where you can see the blacktop, you can see the glare from the street lights, identifying that that could be black ice. And with this snow and ice, braking is going to be a problem. We've seen cars already sliding a lot this morning. And we've been driving in our first alert weather Jeep for about 2.5 hours so far. So let's wrap up all that we have seen. From Rehoboth Beach area down to Ocean City, not much snow and ice on the Delaware side of Coastal Highway, but when we got into Ocean City, that's when we've seen most of that. And from east to west on the Route 50 bridge, a solid layer of snow still laying on it. And on Route 113 and Route 54, black ice is going to be of concern. Live from the First Alert Weather Jeep, I'm Brandon Ferguson. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brandon. Well, cold, quiet, and covered in snow, the Ocean City Boardwalk just a little frostier than usual. And driving through town, you'll see roads and sidewalks wearing a fresh coat of snow.
Coast TV reporter Brendan Conroy shows us how people are making most of more snow.
Roads, streets, even the beach, all packed once again with snow. And it's not only the snow, it's the frigid temperatures that keeps the ground frozen. But for Michael Canteen and his son Michael Jr., the snow and cold weather just means even more memories to be made.
We were here about when he was 3, maybe 4, and I have a picture of him. That's why we came up, take the exact picture, put him on my shoulder like this. We took it up on First Street. As soon as it was snowing, I'm like, let's go take that same picture. So that's kind of why we came up here today.
But he says he is always mindful of the slippery road conditions.
Here, everything does shut down. You do want to prepare yourself, for some traffic and some slippery roads.
Kenneth Sauter does his morning routine by the beach every morning. He says when it snows like this, he likes to make his own fun.
I am so happy to be alive.
I love it. This is the best time of year in Ocean City. It's quiet. It's the best time as far as healing and getting to know people because it's not 500,000 people per week. So.
The majority of people we spoke with that shared their concerns with us said it wasn't just the roads or those conditions, but actually their neighborhoods as well and the lots where they live. They said it's before they even get to the road, they want to make sure they can leave their driveway or neighborhood.
Taking it one snow day at a time in Ocean City. For Coast TV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
This does bring us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what is your ideal snowfall amount?
So far, 52% of voters say 1 inch, 45% 4+ inches, 2% 3 inches, 1% 2 inches. Matt, what's your ideal?
If it's going to snow, I'm going to go big. I'll go 4+ inches, but only once or twice a year.
Once or twice? All right. Well, I said 0 before.
I like where you're going with that,
I think we know
Lisa.
that's where I stand. Well, if you haven't voted yet, please do so on coasttv.com or on our mobile app.
And for continued coverage of snow systems like this, listen to our radio stations, download our Coast TV First Alert Weather app, and follow our live updates. We are your source for winter events. And that overnight storm is having its effects felt today. Salisbury is one city that's making some changes. City offices are closed today, as is the Salisbury Zoo. And we're also being told that trash pickup in Salisbury, that will continue as scheduled.
Virginia State Police will continue investigating after a tractor trailer caught fire at the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Officials say the accident happened at 1:45 on Wednesday in the southbound lanes at Thimble Shoal Tunnel. A Salisbury truck driver, Patrick Davis, who is also a former Salisbury firefighter, was heading back home when he saw that tractor trailer. Davis called the Bridge Police to report that crash. And in Worcester County, the Board of Education is looking for a new superintendent. The opening comes with June 2025 retirement of the current superintendent, Lou Taylor. The board is seeking public input, saying that will help create a leadership profile for qualified candidates. Community members can share their thoughts online now through February 28th.
Millsboro police continuing to look for a person who they say shot a man in the leg. Police believe the car that we're about to see on your screen, that was the car involved. This was at near Millsboro Village Apartments, and police are asking anyone with information to contact Delaware Crime Stoppers.
We are now taking a live look at our nation's capital, and it was less than 24 hours ago that a group of protesters gathered in Washington, D.C. to rally against what they say is Elon Musk's infiltration of government agencies. The protest took place outside of the Department of Health and Human Services. Many of those in attendance were healthcare workers or researchers who had their funding frozen after an executive order. Hundreds came together in the nation's capital to denounce DOGE.
It's scary, right? And seeing your colleagues go is just devastating, right? These people you've been working with for years.
And the Trump administration claims these cuts across multiple government agencies are necessary to weed out what they say is fraud.
Got more news to get to in this final half hour. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, Artificial Reef Adventure will show you this retired cruise ship right here will make its history as it sets sail for the first time since 1969.
Also, Sussex Central attempts to stop streak. The Golden Knights boys basketball team puts a scare into a Dover team that had won 9 in a row. CoastTV News Today continues in a moment.
The 9th Annual Ocean City Film Festival is March 6th through the 9th. Enjoy 100 independent films and party with the stars. Help us welcome 2 local award-winning filmmakers, John Chester and Erica Messer. They'll be on stage at the OC Performing Arts Center commentating on their film, The Biggest Little Fawn. Tickets start at just $20. Make it a weekend and stay at the beach starting at only $59 per night. Get your passes at ocmdfilmfestival.com.
The real estate industry was broken, but change is here and the Parker Group is leading the charge.
We're proud to introduce our groundbreaking 3.5% listing fee. Sell with us and you could save thousands of dollars.
Our cutting-edge technology delivers significant savings that we pass on to you. Our world-class marketing and dedicated team provide the human touch and unparalleled expertise that you deserve.
As passionate advocates for a more transparent and equitable selling experience, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo.
Welcome to a new era of real estate with the Parker Group.
Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com now.
Well, some of us are waking up to some snow, but we all are waking up to frigid temperatures. Temperatures in the 20s right now, Georgetown through Milton and Seaford, but the wind chills, right, feels like 14 in Bethany Beach, 14 Salisbury, and 10 in Georgetown. There is really that cutoff we saw from Lewis through Georgetown to Seaford. South of there is where we really saw the accumulating snowfall. And then if you had to go further to the south, Bayview 10.5, Exmoor 7, 6.5 in Chickateague. Across much of Sussex County, we saw that general 1 to 4 inches across the area. But I'll tell you what, guys, we've been seeing a lot of icy conditions out there, and we're going to continue to see those icy conditions as we head throughout the day and into the evening.
Yeah, Chris had told us a little bit earlier in Fenwick Island, it was like an ice rink there, so you need to be careful if you were walking. I saw ice in my parking lot this morning, and something you need to be careful of.
Yeah, we're dealing with these frigid temperatures, Chris. You know, how long will we see those issues of black ice on the roads?
Well, the thing is, the temperatures are not going to get above freezing until tomorrow afternoon. So use a lot of caution out there for those areas that did, in fact, see snowfall last night. We're going to be dealing with icy roads, those side roads and bridges and overpasses. Those are the areas that tend to freeze up the quickest. So we're going to be dealing with those icy roads right now. As we go into the afternoon, could see a few scattered snow showers develop through the afternoon and the early evening hours, with temperatures staying below freezing, and more importantly, those wind chills are going to be pretty frigid as well. So coming up, we'll talk about temperatures rising into the 50s come towards the start of next week. We'll talk more about that a little bit later on.
Thank you, Chris. Well, do you want to learn how prisons work? Well, the Delaware Department of Corrections is inviting the public to join a free 6-week Citizens Academy program starting April 15th in Georgetown. The program gives participants an inside look at how the state's correctional system works, including tours of prisons and probation offices, and talks with officers and inmates. Those interested must apply by March 24th.
A new bill proposed in Maryland. It calls for a mandate of local communities and counties to cooperate with ICE operations. And if this is enacted, House Bill 85 would prohibit the implementation of sanctuary policies in a county or municipality, and it would require a county and municipality to fully cooperate with ICE. Before the bill moves forward, there's several steps that must occur before it even comes up for a vote. Happening tonight, USA, Canada, Part 2 NHL Four Nations face-off. This time it's the championship game. Unlike Saturday, this one will be played in the U.S. Now, tensions were high on February 15th when the two teams met in Montreal. Canadian fans booed the Star-Spangled Banner when the game started. So did the fights, 3 of them in the first 9 seconds. Team USA ended up winning 3-1. The face-off for tonight's good old hockey game, that is set for 8 p.m.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Good morning, sports fans, and welcome back to the Henlopen title game, Dover boys basketball. The Senators topped Sussex Central 52-40 last night to cap the regular season. The Senators trailed at halftime, but Chase Little and company powered the reigning state champs to win number 17 on the year. In that contest, David Makers surpassed 1,000 career points for Central, but the Senators win, and they now flip their focus to Seaford for the 2nd straight season. The Blue Jays capture the Henlopen South Crown for the 5th year in a row. Dover and Seaford meet for the 3rd time in those 5 seasons. We'll have the action live streamed on DSM Plus at 4 p.m. from Dover. You know who else is having one heck of a season? Maryland men's basketball. The Crab Five, as they call them, are 20-6 this season, the Terps' best record since 2020. Maryland hosts USC tonight at 8:30 in search of its 11th conference win. The Terrapins are also 15-1 in College Park. Coverage of Maryland and Southern Cal can be found on Fox Sports 1 tonight. As for us at DSN, our next live game broadcast is tomorrow when Parkside girls basketball welcomes Decatur to Salisbury. Parkside is 1 game behind Y-High for the Bayside South lead, while Stephen Decatur is also at a fine year at 12-5. Earlier this season, the Rams topped the Hawks 44-41. Coverage of that game begins tomorrow at 5:55. Ready for sports.
And coming up tonight on DSN, your game of the night at 8:30, Apo takes on Smyrna in girls basketball. Then at 10:30, it's the final score. And for your DSN Plus exclusives, we have that game of the night we just mentioned. You can also watch Easton take on Cambridge South Dorchester in girls basketball at 5:30.
Are you having a rough week? You can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. All you have to do is sign up now for free at coasttv.com/signup and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday.
Well, I know the folks that hate snow are having a rough week, that's for sure. We are dealing with some slick conditions out there for the areas that picked up snow overnight. We're going to get temperatures only in the upper 20s, a few snow showers this afternoon. We will talk about some frigid wind chills tonight before a big warm-up arrives. We'll talk all about it after the break.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app today.
Ready to upgrade your drive? Visit buyatoyota.com or scan this QR code and start your journey today. Ready for anything with comfort that lasts the whole trip? Your new RAV4 is waiting with deals just a click away. Right now, buy a new Toyota RAV4 with low 4.99% APR financing. Toyota, let's go places.
You push it. You try to hold them shut, but your doors won't stay closed no matter what. Introducing Ruby Monkey Magnets. Ultra-thin magnetic plates that will keep your doors and drawers shut. Just peel to reveal the super strong adhesive. Place the monkey, then the magnet, and close. Installation is that simple, and now you have a door that will stay shut. The secret is the ultra-strong industrial magnet's powerful attraction that holds tight. Monkey magnets work on most surfaces and are perfect for cabinets, dresser drawers, sliding closet doors, and more. Even your outdoor problems are solved in an instant because they're corrosion and rust resistant. Call or go online now to get 8 sets of monkey magnets for only $9.99. Due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get monkey magnets at this low price. There is a strict limit of 1 house pack per order. Call now.
Call 1-800-453-9032. That's 1-800-453-9032. Call or visit at monkeymagnets.com. So call 1-800-453-9032 now.
Weather brought to you by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, dedicated to excellence in Delaware and Maryland.
Coastal Comfort knows there's no place like home. It's where we can be totally comfortable. Totally comfortable being ourselves, making a mess, making improvements, making strides, making memories with those we love. Totally. Big or small, at the beach, or on the farm, all along the Eastern Shore. It's home, and Coastal Comfort is always here to keep you totally comfortable.
Coastal Comfort, a Carrier Factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
The time is now 6:49, and we are taking a live look outside at Laurel this morning. And Chris, with that sun, that is a beautiful picture right there. But with that sun coming up, maybe some of that snow will melt, but I know it is so cold outside, that might not happen.
Yeah, it's going to be a struggle to get those temperatures above freezing. In fact, we may not get above freezing until tomorrow afternoon. So bundle up, stay warm, and wherever we did see the snow, use some caution out there because we are going to be seeing some slick conditions throughout the day today and even into the overnight. Yeah, warm beverage for all of us as those temperatures are in the lower to mid-20s. 23 Rehoboth, 22 Milton, and we're at 21 in Delmar. Now, the wind chills really are going to be the story over the next 24 to 48 hours, feeling like 12 in Ocean City, 13 Bethany Beach, 10 Georgetown, and 14 in Salisbury. Now, we have active winter weather advisories up through 6 o'clock. Dorchester, Somerset, Wacomico, Worcester counties due in part for the snow on the ground, and we could see an additional coating as that upper level low swings through. Cold weather advisory for Accomack County, wind chills dipping as low as the single digits there, and we have small craft advisories up as well. We're clear of any snow right now. We're seeing mostly cloudy skies. There's that area of low pressure pushing to the east. This upper level low over the Appalachians, that's going to come swinging through and could give us a little round of a few scattered snow showers this afternoon. So we'll remain slick overnight. Blustery conditions continue through Friday and even Saturday morning with wind chills dipping as low as the single digits, but there is light at the end of the tunnel because we are going to be pushing the 50s come next week. So there's those wind chills in the teens throughout the afternoon today, mostly cloudy skies with temperatures in the upper 20s. Those winds are going to be howling at least between about 25 to 35 miles an hour here through the overnight and into tomorrow, and then we'll see those winds kind of relax themselves as we go through the weekend. Wind chills in the teens, as I mentioned, by tomorrow morning, it feels like 9 in Long Neck, 9 in Selbyville, 10 in Ellendale, and then we start Saturday in the teens, warm up, rebound, and we're in the 40s by the afternoon. Futurecast shows those potential scattered snow showers throughout the afternoon. We get the cloud cover out of here tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, but a blustery day, and then we keep the mostly sunny skies in play through the weekend. The good news is, as I mentioned, that swing in temperature, average high 49, we're going to be well above that as we go into the start of next week. So we're at 30 today. Few snow showers. We're cloudy and breezy with those gusts anywhere between about 25 to 35 miles an hour. Anywhere that saw snow today, well, we're going to be refreezing overnight with temperatures dipping into the lower 20s. Wind chills anywhere between 7 to 17, and then we're at 38 tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies, but still on the cold side. We're still a good 10 degrees below where we should be for this time of year. Kevin Brooks of Lewis, Delaware, you're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella. We're at 41 on Saturday, so overall the weekend looking pretty nice. We're dry, we're sunny, but we're gradually getting those temperatures back up to where they should be for this time of year. But then the real treat comes early next week. We're at 52 on Monday, pushing 60. In fact, some parts of Delmarva will likely hit 60 on Tuesday, and we stay dry, which is good news as well. And then we're remaining in the mid to upper 50s through Wednesday.
Moving on in Wacomico County, there is an effort to get rid of plastic bags. The Wycomico Clean anti-litter group wants to get rid of the single-use plastic bags in exchange for reusable plastic bags. The city of Salisbury implemented this ban nearly 2 years ago, and Wycomico Clean says they've seen a positive impact in Salisbury. City Council President John Cannon says he and the county recognize and appreciate the efforts of Wycomico Clean.
Well, a cold and blustery day as we dig out. Some of us dig out from up to 4 to 5 inches of snow, feeling like the teens throughout the day. Can't rule out a few scattered snow showers. We'll talk about that 10-day forecast when Coast TV News Today continues.
Recent storms have caused roof, siding, and gutter damage in our area. All Exteriors can be out to your home as soon as tomorrow, and they work directly with your insurance. Call All Exteriors now or visit allexteriorsmd.com.
There's only one place to go for your next vehicle. IG Burton Lewis Auto Mall. Trusted since 1908 for our expert team, massive selection, and our unbeatable prices. Drive new Buick Envistas for $199 a month. Or get up to $13,000 off new Silverados. Visit us today. And remember,
nobody beats a Burton deal. Nobody.
Nobody beats an IG Burton deal.
You're good, you're good. I have your lunchbox. Yes, I
Mornings can be a bit hectic. But what if your morning is just easier? At Wawa, it is. With everything you need to get your day moving.
Hi. Have a good one.
All we ask is that you hold the door. Mornings made easy. Gotta have a Wawa.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-455-0217. That's 1-800-455-0217 or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-455-0217 now.
Recent storms have caused roof, siding, and gutter damage in our area. All Exteriors can be out to your home as soon as tomorrow, and they work directly with your insurance. Call All Exteriors now or visit allexteriorsmd.com.
So we are going to take a quick look at your forecast before you head out the door.
Yeah, Chris, we're still seeing some ice on the roads this morning.
Yeah, I tell you, it's all about location across Delmarva today. The further south you are, the more issues you have had. Now today, we're going to see mostly cloudy skies, a few scattered snow showers, temperatures only reaching the upper 20s, feeling like the teens. You can get your forecast anytime by dialing our First Alert Weather phone, sponsored by Brockstead, Mondalis, and Federico. Now your Paul Davis 10-day shows sunshine returning by tomorrow, still cold, and then we gradually warm things up by the start of next week. We're approaching the 60-degree mark by Tuesday, and no signs of any snow or ice, at least for the next 10 days.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News Today.
And the Today Show is coming up next at 7 a.m.
Then we'll be back for Coast TV midday at 11.
And until then, have a great Thursday morning, everybody.